the Chase Thomas Podcast. For people who have nothing but time to kill.
He's not going to be mad about not being the featured tailback, I don't think. I think it's just one of those, you kind of need those guys in between, because like Peyton Lewis still feels like the feature back in waiting. Cam Seldon obviously has feature back potential too. Dylan Sampson, if he keeps it up, he will be in the NFL draft next year. And then that's your three. And I think you want to be able to keep all three happy. And I think if you have this mix in terms of expectations and what they're looking for, it just feels like those three will be really good next year. And just the upside just continues as Tennessee is just able to keep a great stable running backs in the Josh Heupel era. Ethan, call your shot. How does the Kent State game go? 47.5, I think, point line right now against the Golden Flashes. He lost to a team called St. Francis, the Red Flash, I think, on Saturday, which is not great. Yeah. Not great.
It's not great.
What do you think happens in this game on Saturday, and who are you most excited to see get some extended work, as this is probably it until UTEP for a lot of these guys?
Yeah, it's funny you bring it up. When I was kind of wondering about this question before we did this, DeSean Bishop was going to be my answer. He was going to be the guy that's like, we're going to see a lot of him in the second half. We'll probably see a lot of Jake Merklinger in this one, honestly. And that's what this game's going to be. I mean, Tennessee's going to have it in hand at the end of the first quarter, and then it's going to be a bunch of second-team guys. It's going to be Moore. It's going to be Merklinger. Hopefully, Maliava's out by the end of halfway through the second. I'm not expecting anything major to happen. Just go into it. Don't get injured. See some good things from Bishop. See some good things from the second team player. Boo Carter, he's one of them. Get his confidence up moving forward. There's so much depth on this team. It's just hard. That NC State game showed you that. There's just so much depth. It's like I'm not really majorly concerned of anything after that. I mean, we're going to be moving into Oklahoma after, and it's going to be a night game, and that's going to be that. That's that'll probably be a dogfight. But next weekend's just it's your cupcake game, and Kent State is. I don't think they're upset worthy. They're not good guys. They're really dreadful.
Oklahoma doesn't have to be a night game if Mike Pence has the courage. Brian Schumpert. Who are you most looking forward to see? I think there's part of me that's like Gaston. I think you kind of want to see what Jake looks like with the twos, and this might be one to me where you maybe Gaston just has had a lot of reps. I just think we know exactly what Gaston is in this offense.
Has he had a lot of reps?
I mean, he's been with Heupel forever. Like he's just
a lot of practice reps.
Yeah, like he's just been.
But he's a hit away from needing them to play.
But that's why I think it's actually more important to keep him healthy and not have something freaky happen in this Kent State game. And I don't know. Part of me thinks that you should just give Jake a lot of time with the twos, maybe some time with the one, just to see what he looks like and how far away he is from helping. Because I think he's going to be obviously QB3 for a while, and he's not going to see the field again if all things go right until UTEP. So I don't know. Part of me thinks that you should give Jake a lot of reps in this game, and I don't even think you should maybe have Nico make it to the half.
Seriously, I'd take him out at the end of the first quarter if you're up by 30. Or
maybe first drive.
Even 21. Like if you're up 3 touchdowns, Moore can beat him perfectly fine.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with that aspect of it, that Merklinger should play a lot because Nico shouldn't play much. I just don't think it should come at the expense of Gaston Moore because, we're at the point here, and Chase, you did the whole thing in the offseason, and it was accurate of like Tennessee loses Nico for the season, the year's washed. Mm-hmm. Yes. What if Nico gets a concussion and he's out of game? Like Tennessee needs to be able to beat Kentucky with Gaston Moore at quarterback. And so I think those game reps are valuable for him, just from a guy that, yes, he's been in the system for a long time, but he hasn't played much in games. To your question overall, I'd like to see the freshman receivers get some run in this game if they're back and healthy. Mike Matthews and Braylon Staley, and obviously they'll be working with very possibly Merklinger. And then defensively, the guy you kind of mentioned earlier, Jalen Smith, I thought it was pretty telling of where he's at, that they just put him right into the Caleb Perry role with him out, and he played like 19 snaps, and then you didn't notice him out there a ton, which is not necessarily the best thing, but also not a bad thing. So I'll go with him, and then Caleb
maybe
Beasley.
Spillman hasn't debuted yet. Maybe we see Spillman in this one.
Yeah, if Spillman's healthy and ready to go, because he wasn't on the official injury report, but he was not dressed out on Saturday. So we'll see what happens with him. And then the one other, I know I'm just kind of rambling, guys, but Caleb Beasley wasn't great against Chattanooga when he played, and I'm sure he'll get a ton of run in this one. So we'll be good to see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because he's sneaky important to get ready. Because I mean, there's not a lot of cornerback. We just look at, like we said, health is just so important all across the board. And you're 2 injuries away from Caleb Beasley being your nickel corner. So you just kind of he needs to be ready. Like, I think there's just certain guys, like I think Tennessee, Idris Farouk kind of popped for me. I think I think he might be one of your next future starting safeties. He has that look to me. Like, I like Idris Farouk. I'm buying all the stock on Idris Farouk Island for the safety spot. Maybe next year. I don't know, but I'm in on Idris Farouk. That was something I jotted down in my notes. I'm like, oh, he's gonna be good. I like Idris. But yeah, we'll see. I think Mike Matthews, the point there, because we haven't seen him either to this point. What if he pops? Like, what if Mike Matthews just looks really good out of the gate here, and you're like, oh, this is different? Because we've seen that where certain guys, I mean, he is a blue chip 5-star. Does he find a way to work? Because there was talk of like, oh, could he be in the rotation? Like, that was a spring, like he really balled out in the spring, and I don't know, like, could he force it? Because like Tennessee has a lot of options at receiver, but I think just the competition is so much there. And I just wonder with his talent, like, is Mike Matthews push in a way that we haven't seen any freshman receivers to this point? Because like, if he has a huge game and he's healthy, I don't know. I from everything I've heard and seen, I think it's going to be hard to keep a healthy Mike Matthews off the field, even with how much veteran talent you have right now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'd say for sure. I don't know if I'm really buying it. Like, I don't know what's he gonna do against Kent State. It's like, gosh, can't take that guy off to keep that guy off the field. I mean, this is a terrible, horrific team. But yeah, I mean, he can, if he plays really well, he can earn, some snaps and maybe get in the rotation a little bit. I'm just skeptical that we're going to see him have a super big role this season.
Yeah.
Nicely done, nephew. The Chase Thomas podcast. Hell yeah.